Hello there, YouTube. Welcome to a wonderful 71-degree Saturday the 21st of September. Sun's out, mostly blue skies, little clouds here and there, but that just gives a little contrast. We're going to take the old he shimmy for a ride today. I don't know, just thinking about the old she himmy being gone. It's weird walking in there and it not being there. It still shocks me to walk in there. Kind of go, oh, that's right. We sold that. It's weird. It's rare that usually when I sell something, it's like a trade-in or I sold it and immediately replaced it with something. But it's nice and windy out here today. That's nice. Tosses you around a little bit. It feels good. I'm just going to take kind of a familiar loop. It's late. It's 5:30 now in the afternoon. Oh, it feels a lot cooler than 71 degrees. A little nippy on my phalanges. But I got another pair of gloves if I need them. And it is stunning out here. That breeze feels fantastic. Oh, look at that. Got a Ural. Those things are cool. Really high maintenance, but cool. So I watched and studied some things last night. A lot of details here and there, and I ended up splurging for the DJI Action 5 Pro. Still a lot of things. What gets me more than anything is you know, how the menus and stuff are so much like the Osmo 3 Pocket and has some of that technology in it. And I do like that it's got good or better low light performance. It is an action camera. It's not going to be perfect. It's got this super night view, but I think that's only 1080p when it's in that mode. So that's probably something I will never use. But it's got a regular night mode that, and unlike this camera, it can't shoot 5.3K, which, trust me, is huge. I see some people downplaying that, but no, it's huge, the difference. So anyway, so it maxes out at 4K, and but it's got a night view that you can shoot at 4K 30. I shoot everything at 4K 30 on the Osmo, my phone, and 5.3 on this. Is just, the resolution is just unmistakable and unmatchable at this point. And just I don't know, it's funny when people review those things, they're it looks so different, but they make it look like the GoPro has the bad color, but it's not expensive. It would probably be a really good like vlogging camera. I doubt I'll use it for the moto vlogs because I want that crisp scenery and that just a wonderful color you get out of a GoPro. So I think I'll turn the Action 5 Pro into like a hand vlogging thing, especially since it does good at night. Sometimes you just want to kind of be discreet, you know, and even with your phone, I mean, so many people use their phones now that I remember back in the day, you know, it was great to use those little pocket cameras and your phone, because when you whipped out that DSLR, you know, you freak people out. But anyway, I'm not really sold on the colors. I just you gotta remember, you gotta weed through and find the people that are not getting paid to do the review on it, which is hard to do because when you do a search, of course, you know, they're like influencer type people, so you know they get purged to the top of the list. So we'll see. But I did find some stuff where non-influencer type people, they either got sent one, you know, for free, they're not getting paid or nothing like that, and no orders to, you know, what you can and cannot say. And I've done some comparisons, and I'm like, it's kind of like Canon cameras. You just can't beat that white balance, or just there's a feel about the pictures, and with the GoPros there's a feel about the video that just can't, I don't know, just can't be matched in my eyes. Still, you know, 99.5% of the people are using GoPros. So, and it's funny, I'll see, you know, somebody's video and I'm going, man, something's really off. You know, are they purposely trying to make that not look as good as it should? And then they'll step in front of some, a reflection on their bike or car or a building they go by, and you know, they got a Action 3 or 4 they're using, you know. So the 5 is new, you know, there's a lot of new stuff there, so using the same sensor as the 4, but it's got this new processor that just it does some serious magic. We'll see. I won't speculate at this point. I think it's going to be good for what I want to use it for. I'm sold on it anyway. Some young boys out there racing around on your little canyon carvers. Young lads, boy, they're cruising for trouble. I know all the group of young guys I rode around with, it was not good. We were terrorizing neighborhoods and back roads. No fears. That's probably why I've lost my license 3 times, I think, from tickets. Had a rough time with license. But I don't condone this, but it never stopped me from riding. But you know, when you don't have that, it's crazy how perfect you can ride. Make sure all your lights, you know, are working, tabs and insurance is all up to date. Of course, they didn't have license plate readers and all that kind of crazy stuff back then. The Halloween stuff. That's cool. Kelly would like to see that. They even got some gargoyles in there. That's awesome. Look at this, just wonderful out here. It's just that fall feeling. Well, I might as well say it is fall, because tomorrow is fall. I've already seen people posting first day of fall, but Kelly goes, well, Kelly, you don't know where they're at in the world. If they're local, they're a day early. But a lot of times it is on the 21st though, but this year it's on the 22nd for us, where we're at. There's another Harley 3-wheeler. Gotta get this evening light going through Windlock. Get my shield up so I don't sound so muffled. You gotta find that balance between helmet wind noise and a muffled sound. So one thing I noticed about this Himalayan and the Classic 350, after I put those cams in, I went down the dirt road there for a while. I flipped my tinted shield down. There must be some degree of some kind of polarizing in there, because ever since, you know, I ended up with stigmatism. I love polarized glasses, but ever since I can't focus. Things, I don't know if I call it blurry. I guess, a lack of better terms, is blurry. I can't tell if that top light on the east side track, if that thing's green or just out. I think it's just out, so there's no telling what it is. That's a whole lot of very contrasty light. It'll be interesting to see how the old Hero 13 handles that. And this is, it's using the same sensor, same GP2 processor. Hey, Walter Road. And but it does everything just faster. Everything responds quicker. The one thing I'm really intrigued about is how quick the Action 5 Pro boots up when you're using that quick capture mode. But there's a weird caveat to that. You have to at least boot the camera up every 24 hours or the quick capture will not function, which seems very odd. But you know, you don't know what kind of weird things happen in their coding for everything. So that'll be hard to remember. But the thing is, I'm not going to use it for motovlogs. I'll probably try it at least. Who knows? I may like it. But yeah, I probably won't have the quick capture function even turned on, even though it's phenomenally fast. Let's bounce down here and see the third encounters crossing. Let's see if we see any lights for the northbound trains. I don't see anything going southbound. We'll see here directly. Yep, the lights are off. Yep. So there's nothing in that block. I think I have perfectly bad train timing here lately. But it's a shame that one that... What was I on? I think I was on the Classic 350. Or my GT. I don't remember which one I had down here that day. But yeah, I decided to go down to the next one and I blew it. Oh, look how all the leaves are thinning out here. You'll be able to see down here really good now, if you can see any of that. Like this time of year, that water gets a dark look to it. That is beautiful. Well, I'm too far to see the other side. I always forget that. You like hit that side first and then bounce over. The one thing that I see the Action can't do, like this can do, is to look you directly in that sun and it just handles it. But you know, there's log modes and different things. I don't like messing with any of that log stuff. I already had that discussion, you know, building the LUTs to make that work, and that's just too much hassle. I do vlogs every single day. Every day. I don't do them like once or twice a week. So I don't get into the fancy editing and stuff, because you know, I gotta have some life. You know, I'm up to all hours of the night building the video. Go to work next day, or what I'm doing here, and then do it again the next night. You know, and I try not to ruin our evening by sitting there and answering a million comments and whatever. You know, Kelly and I do our stuff, and you know, there's got to be some normalcy in your life. And then she gets settled down and watch her TV shows before she goes to bed. She goes to bed at 11, and you know, she's usually kind of nooked into something, doing her Facebook or whatever, and I go in and start the video, and I used to get done between 1 and 2, and start the day over again. You know, one thing I definitely noticed this with this one having the cam, you know, a really comfortable speed, 60, 65, and it's just like this really smooth floating speed on these things. You could just go for days, just crazy comfortable. But if you need to roll on, you just leave it in 5th gear, top gear, and just roll on. It goes from 60 to 80 pretty impressively compared to what it is stock. Boy, you better look at that good. All that rock floor that's in there, you won't even see that anymore. And that's not going to be too far from now. But anyway, I mean, you can drop a gear and get there quicker, but you just roll on it, and get to 80, and it's the engine's kind of buzzy. I don't know what it tops out. I think that's got to be pretty close. If I'm not mistaken, it's getting really close to red line at that speed. But I mean, I have no reason to go that fast on this thing. If I needed something I need to go that fast, I wouldn't ride my Himalayan. Still got red over red for the southbound. You know, something I hadn't seen in a while is that hawk. There's always this hawk that sit up at the top of that tower there. He hasn't been there in a while. But that was a big old hawk. He could have been an elderly hawk, or you never know. What happens to birds when they get old? You guys remember he used to always sit right at the top of that thing. Of course, I always pointed out with a GoPro and super view, and you hopelessly cannot see that. This is going to start turning really beautiful here real quick. It was 37 degrees last night. That's crazy. 5 degrees over freezing. That's great. No, it was 36. I remember telling Kelly it was 4 degrees. Yeah, it was 36. Now here's the thing where the GoPros would just fail miserably with that sun. It would make everything so it still darkens it, but it'd make it crazy dark. Oh, I could have swore I pushed that button. No, we haven't done this in quite a while. Flip my shade. Somebody drove a car back up that thing. Cut that grass and ended up putting fences around here so we can't come down. Go out here and start tearing stuff up. Wow, you guys remember, was that last year or maybe the year before, Kelly and I came down here and we had a little picnic, and I was riding the Traxxas TRX4 down there. Look how much all that's changed, including a tree being added. It's amazing the power of water. Oh, crap, I didn't see the car down here. I don't want to interrupt people. I hate that. I mean, it's a public area, but still, you don't want to interrupt people's privacy. I don't know why I worry about it. They sure the heck don't. They just come in and just butt right into your business, and they come up, hey, how you doing? That's a nice bike, blah, 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 blah. I see a kid and stuff walking up here. I'll take a wide berth here. Young boys probably, cool, Dad, look, a motorcycle. See how that's real? The water gets really dark. I think the slow running of the water, you know, I know like in the south that, you know, roots and stuff that are underground, they taint the water. It's like it tease the water, so to speak. Some beautiful falls. You old tractor. Excuse me. Snuck right up on me. Funny how small the falls start to look this time of year when you haven't had a bunch of rain, you know. Mess around underneath these trees this time of year. Well, a spider in my face. Remember when I was a kid in Texas, you know, riding on them trails on my little X90 and then my little XR75 or XL75 it was actually. I turned it into an XR. But anyway, boom, and these massive spiders are about, I don't know, about that big around. You'd see it at the last second, this massive web that you think it's going to snag you like a fishnet, you know, and clean you off the bike. And you'd hit that thing, and I've literally jumped off the motorcycle while I was still going to make sure that thing wasn't on me or in my helmet or whatever. I don't know where they go, because I seen them come right at my face, and I've never been able to find them once I get stopped. Pretty sketchy. Small towns, everybody waves. Look at that, stopped right in that pole. It was perfect. So the sun's not hitting my face. Yeah, but when I stopped to get my glasses, I don't think I ever finished the story earlier. And the 350 does the same thing. If you stop it and come right back out and start it, like right away, I don't know if the head swells or what it is, but man, the tappets are loud. Tackety, 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 tack. Like, I hate stopping for gas because, man, it's noisy when you start it back up. And then you go not even a 16th of a mile down the road, gone. So, I don't know if, I think it's just the head swelling up, and, you know, everything expands when it swells. But they do that. Tack, tack, tack. It's crazy when you change them at the intervals. You know, it darkens up. It's an air-cooled engine. It's going to darken the oil, and it's never black. It's just a dark version of its new self. And man, you can feel it's. You dip your finger in a clean bottle and then dip it in the used oil. You just pour it out, and yeah, it's perfect. It's still a long ways from being broke down. That's why a lot of the, you know, synthetic oil guys, you can double your oil changes. One, I wouldn't condone that no matter what. As long as you stay within manufacturer's suggested intervals, you're good. Especially if you're using a good synthetic oil. I don't know if you guys noticing that oil track that's on the ground there. I'm trying to avoid that. I've definitely been bit hard by that. Yeah, the top end difference on this thing, the bottom end doesn't seem to have changed at all, but it definitely has a top end on it. You know, before when you got to, you know, 60, 65, it felt pretty flat when you gave it more gas. It still feels lively, but it's kind of spendy. Well, grand scheme of things, not that much, but a little a little tricky to to do on these things. There are mistakes that can be made. You need to follow the rules, the instructions explicitly. If you don't understand it, ask somebody, because yeah, you can make a mess in a hurry. You're pretty trusting that if I hit that turn signal, I meant to turn, huh? Still got enough trees in there. We can kind of make out the boat ramp out there on the other side. It's a cedar. Oh yeah, the cedar log. Well, I don't know if you can make that out. You can see the cedar log laying against the bank over there. She's fully out of the water. Well, that's a long ways to get back around and come to that, or I'd swing you over. When I drove across the, there's a lot of junk on the road right there. Across that bridge. What was I on? My iron, I think it was. I showed you from the bridge. That will all but disappear in the winter. It feels so good out here. 68. Can't trust that. That says 78, but even though they put the ambient temperature sensor way back in the rear fender, yeah, it needs to be way up front, not way in the back. It's picking up exhaust heat and engine heat that rolls around. Yeah, just not a. They were on the air box or around the air box, I think, before, and yeah, they were definitely showing high there. You were literally just going to pull in front of me, weren't you? As you were staring me right in the eyes. Staring me down and ran me over. Them colors. It's coming. Well, that means the end is coming near too, but let's see if I can pan a little this so you don't get the blurry effect of 30 frames per second. Anyway, from here, I'm just gonna bomb onto the house. I'm sure I've probably made way too long of a vlog here, and I'm gonna rip on home and get with the mama and do a goodbye before it's too late. I don't know what sunset is tonight. I can't look at it long enough to see it, but it's less than 7-Eleven, I know that. Alright, appreciate you guys coming along on the he-shimmy. He-himmy. I was trying to make he-she-shimmy. I was trying to make multiple words out of one thing. Anyway, you guys are used to it. Anyway, I'll talk to you at the house here in a bit. Hello there, YouTube. Man, that was some kind of a beautiful ride. Temperatures were cool. Just everything, just the freshness in the air. The bike likes the cool air. I like the cool air. It was nice. It was super nice. Cool. No trains to be seen nowhere. Oh, darn. I went that route specifically. I thought, man, Himalayan hasn't seen a train in a long time. Yeah. Nor myself, for that matter. See them every single day going up and down the freeway. It's the same tracks. Yeah. See them all over the place. But when I go on my ride, same tracks, they're not there. No. But anyway, I'm sure I recorded way too much, so we're gonna make it short and sweet and roll out on you. Alrighty, well, thank you guys so much for watching. We really do appreciate it. We will talk to you tomorrow. Same smoke time, same smoke channel. Don't forget to give your thumbs up, and you guys have an amazing Sunday on Monday. Heck yeah. Alright, we'll see you tomorrow. See you in the morning. Thanks for watching now. Bye-bye.